Hello all. In this project, we used Gapminder to see how China's one-child policy affected both the number of children per woman as well as the sex ratio within the country after the policy was implemented. The one-child policy, which restricts each family to only having one child and is a part of the family planning law, was a program designed to control the population of China and was introduced on September 25, 1980. Although the official one-child program took effect in 1980, the government promoted family planning in China long before that. China initially began promoting the use of contraceptives in 1949 and even introduced a voluntary two-child policy in 1978. However, these programs were simply unenforced guidelines. They were not nearly effective enough to have a lasting impact on reducing population growth. Through the Gapminder video, one can see that there is a quick drop in children per woman from 1979 to 1980. Due to the large population growth that China was previously experiencing, women began to have less children in order to accommodate for the health of the country's economy. Taking these laws into account, the average number of children dropped from 2.8 to 2.3, making the policy rather effective. In 1997, the average children per woman is 1.5, which is the lowest it ever reaches. It is also important to note that there was a sharp decrease in the number of children after 1986. This is mostly due to the newly available technology of the ultrasound. China, as a society, has a history of favoring males over females since females often did not bring any income into the family, as well as the fact that China has always been a patriarchal society. Another reason why families may have chosen to have males is due to the fathers having to pay a dowry in order to marry their daughters off. So, with the newly available technology, the gender gap widened, as many women elected to abort female fetuses. Ultrasounds and abortions were not only used to ensure the birth of a son, but again to keep the population in check. 55% of women in China have had an abortion, and the abortion rate of women ages 20 to 29 is a staggering 62%. This caused the sex ratio to rise from 107 to 121 for the most recent numbers. This means that for the age group of 0 to 14, there are 21% more males than females. Using the information that we found during research and through Gapminder, we have made a prediction for the generations to come in China. The current generation of males, due to the far greater number of males than females, will not be able to find spouses very easily. There are simply far too many men that need a spouse than there are spouses available. China has even coined a term for these men, calling them bare branches, meaning that their family tree lineage will stop with them. Also, the impact of population control will affect China for generations to come due to the children who could have been born but never were. So there are far less future parents than there otherwise would be, and far fewer potential labor force members in China. Overall, China's one-child policy was effective in reining in population growth. It could pose unforeseen negative impacts on society that could have been otherwise avoided.